It wasn't a brief at all. We were sitting in a marketing strat session and we were talking about new consumers that we need to engage with, and we were talking about the different clientele or guests, as Sorbet calls them, that we engage on every day or with every day. And we were thinking about the women that love to groom and the women that love to do their nails religiously and have a once a week standing appointment with Sorbet. And then there's the women that maybe need a little push in the right direction. And we were categorizing them like that. And I sort of said to my team, like Steve at FNB, he needs a little push in the right direction. And it sort of went quiet and we're like, hang on. Hey Steve, meet Nancy. She's to the beauty industry what Steve is to banking. And we had a good laugh and the idea started just flowing from there. It's been probably 80-20, so 80 everybody loves it, thinks it's fantastic and innovative and clever, and then 20% of people that maybe took offense to it. I think we lost a few Nancys along the way, some guests that came to Sorbet with the name Nancy who probably took it a little bit more personally, but it wasn't intended to offend people at all. And I always say to my team that even a bad reaction is still some sort of talkability, and as long as people know we weren't out there to offend them, and Nancy's not really a person, it's a category of someone, and it's just an idea of a person. It's been great so far. We've had a lot of calls, we've had quite a few write-ups already. FNB has tweeted back at us, and which we were hoping for as well, to engage with them on some level. And we see quite a big future for Steve and Nancy, actually. Both really naive consumers who might live in a different or backward world and need a little push. And that's what we hear, just to say to girls that it's okay to want to look good. And when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you walk tall and you can face the world, really. And you can look at people in the eye and talk to strangers and really take on anything. And I think that's the backbone of what Sorbet is. It's all about feeling good. So we certainly offended some people with, who said, do you need to look good to be loved, as Nancy was unloved. And it was more that Nancy wasn't loving herself. It wasn't necessarily someone else to love her. She wasn't taking the time for herself. It's just billboards at the moment. We sort of tiered it so we could see a reaction. And we're going into street poll ads, hopefully in newspaper, and then just the PR side, online and magazines and things like that. So we're trying to see how far we can take it and people's reactions, and as people react, we might move into a different direction. But it really has a lot of legs, and we see a big romance between Steve and Nancy, and we're hoping to send FNB a love letter from Nancy.